Until now, Eritrea faced unfair and severe constraints by hostilities and sanctions that undermine the development of the nation's tourism industry. However, tourism keeps developing because Eritrea is a natural tourism destination and unique in many ways. Eritrea is one of the most peaceful places on earth. Though the tourism industry is under development, Eritrea is haven for visitors. That is why the people of Eritrea are humble, friendly, and welcoming. Hospitality is naturally part of the culture. The people of Eritrea love to invite you to their homes, feed and entertain you. That is also part of the culture. If you visit people in their homes, they will insist that you eat. That's how they express their love. If you cannot eat, it is customary that you drink tea, coffee, or a beverage. Eritreans will give you a beautiful smile and welcome you as if they have known you all their lives, even when they just met you. The people of Eritrea are honest and kind. Theft, assault, and petty crimes are almost non-existent. Everywhere in Eritrea, you will see people busy, kids playing in every corner all over the country. If you love Eritrea and want to promote it, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share the videos so we can provide more. Eritrea has 9 ethnic groups. Afar, primarily pastoralists who inhabit areas of the southern Red Sea. They are Muslims and organized in strong clans. Bilen. Traditionally, farmers populate Karen and its immediate surroundings. Their social structure is organized by kinship. There are equal number of Christians and Muslims. Hidara. Cushitic. They're Bejas, semi-nomadic pastoralists specializing in raising camels and cattle. They are found in the western lowlands of Eritrea. Kunama. They are mainly found in villages between the Gash River and in Barantu. They are Nilotic and renowned dancers, having developed more than 25 different dancing forms. They are mainly Christians and Muslims with some traditional believers. Nara. They are Nilotic. They live in the area east of Gash River. They have a mixed culture similar to that of the Kunamas. They are Muslims. Rashaida, most recent tribe to come to Eritrea from the Arabian Peninsula. They are predominantly nomadic who live along the northern Red Sea coast. They are Muslims. Saho. They occupy the territory on the southeastern slopes of the highlands as far as the coastal plains south of Massawa. They are small-scale farmers who emphasize beekeeping. They are Muslims and Christians. Tigray. They cover a large area of northern, northeastern, and western Eritrea. Their oral literature consists of folklores, legendary war cries, riddles, etc. They are Muslims and Christians. Tigrinya. They populate the highlands of Eritrea and are mostly farmers. They are Coptic Christians, Catholics, and Protestants. A small group of Muslims also form part of the ethnic group. In Karen, a city 71 kilometers northwest of Asmara, you will see 9 ethnic groups living side by side in harmony. If you drive 117 kilometers west of Karen to Barantu, you will experience the rich life of the Kunamas. And if you travel 115 miles west of Barantu, you will be in Tessane, located 45 miles east of Kassala, Sudan. There is a lot of cross-border trading that goes on between the two peoples. The historical, traditional, cultural, economic, and daily connections between the people on the borders of Eritrea and Sudan are ancient and endearing. Beja is a group of nomadic shepherds scattered across the eastern regions of Sudan, Egypt, and Eritrea. The Beja tribe represents the largest non-Arabic ethnicity between the Red Sea and the Nile River. The Beja tribe has inhabited the region for more than 4,000 years. The Bejas believe that they are the descendants of Noah's grandson, Cush, the son of Ham. Bejas have adopted the Islamic faith. In Eritrea, the Hadendoa, Beni Amr, and Hadara are descendants of the Bejas and speak Arabic, Tigray, and Tigrinya. Tessane is a frontier town in western Eritrea's Gash-Barka region, close to the Ethiopian and Sudanese borders. Tessane reflects the rich culture, history, and customs of the region's people. The movement of goods and people between Sudan and Eritrea has turned Tessane into becoming a dry port of the region. A visit to the Gash-Barka region is likely to take you back to ancient civilizations and expose you to the undiscovered history and legacies of the Beja civilization. It is a hidden treasure. Eritrea survived Italian colonialism, the British military administration, the the UN-imposed federation arrangement, and successive Ethiopian regimes in the last century. All the colonizers of Eritrea had no intentions to display and promote the rich history and the incredible destination sites in Eritrea. On the contrary, they tried to isolate Eritrea to forward their agendas. Eritrea is comfortably sitting on the Red Sea, a global trade route where all the goods transported from Europe into Asia and goods from Asia to Europe are transported. Eritrea is the cradle of civilization and religion. Hence, every place in Eritrea can easily be considered a World Heritage Site. The people of Eritrea have done an incredible job of preserving their rich history for the world to see. As a result, on July 8, 2017, the World Heritage Committee, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, inscribed the city of Asmara as a World Heritage Site. It is not easy to get recognized as a World Heritage Site and inscribed by UNESCO. It is a serious task. It is extremely difficult crusade for small countries to be designated a heritage site because it is technical, it requires resources, a lot of time, dedication, and cultural prejudices take center stage sometimes. Western nations have a distinct advantage for many reasons. That's why Italy, France, Spain, and others have more sites than the entire continent of Africa. So Africa has a lot of catching up to do. However, Eritreans are taking the proper steps and approaching it successfully. Now, the world knows about the World Heritage City of Asmara. According to the World Heritage Committee, Asmara, the capital city of Eritrea, located on a highland plateau at the center of Eritrea, is a modernist city of Africa, an exceptionally well-preserved example of a planned colonial city, which resulted from subsequent phases of planning between 1893 and 1941 under the Italian colonial occupation. When the World Heritage Committee decided to designate Asmara, they looked at the architectural integrity of all the significant architectural structures. They looked at the original urban layout. They looked at the characteristic features and public spaces and found that it has been retained in its entirety. Eritrea has preserved its historical, cultural, functional, and architectural integrity intact and relatively acceptable condition. Though it lacked resources, Eritrea preserved the city of Asmara very well. The World Heritage Committee concluded Asmara's combination of innovative town planning and modernist architecture in an African context represents an early developmental phases in town planning and architectural modernism. Therefore, the city of Asmara has to be on your list of must-see places in Africa. The people of Eritrea have long believed and said that Asmara is unique and that there is no other city in Africa to compare it with. The United Nations agreed by designating Asmara a World Heritage Site. Similarly, the port city of Massawa deserves recognition because the role of Massawa in the Eritrean Red Sea in world history. For example, the history of Islam in Eritrea dates back to the early days of Islam. Eritrea is close to Mecca and Medina and one of the first early recipients of Islam. Consequently, Islam has profoundly shaped Eritrean history, culture, and societal norms. The Mosque of the Companions, sitting in the heart of the port city, is amongst the first mosques, if not the first mosque, built in Africa. Massawa was also the learning center of Islamic civilization. After the conquest by the Ottoman Empire, the cities of Massawa and environs like Hargigo rose to prominence. Massawa became the seat of Naib family that ruled the area for 3 centuries. The Naib rulers were deputies of the Ottoman Empire, and during their rule, they established numerous mosques, courts, and educational institutions. This history is reflected in the architecture of the buildings standing untouched in Eritrea. The government of Eritrea left these buildings intact to ensure the integrity of its history. During the struggle for the liberation of Eritrea, one of the most devastating and significant wars took place in the city of Massawa. On February 8, 1990, the Eritrean People's Liberation Front, EPLF, launched a successful attack called Sirrahit Fenkel or Fenkel Operations, which means uproot against the Ethiopian Navy located in Massawa at the time. The defeat of the Ethiopian army in Massawa was the most significant blow that determined the outcome leading to the independence of Eritrea. Unfortunately, the war has damaged the historical buildings of Massawa. Today, the people of Eritrea honor the liberation of Massawa in February in a grand fashion. The Fenkel festivities are now an integral part of Eritrea's history and culture. Various activities are conducted during these celebrations, including marches, sports, entertainment, and various activities that attract tourists from all over Africa and the world. Cycling competition, soccer, running, and talent competitions are very popular and bring competitors from African countries, especially the neighboring countries such as Ethiopia, Somalia, Sudan, and South Sudan. There is a lot to see and do in the city of Massawa and environs. The Mosque of the Companions in the heart of the port city is a must visit. Dating to the early 7th century CE, it is believed to be the first mosque on the African continent. There are around 360 islands in Eritrea. There are also 3 types of islands in Eritrea. Around 317 of these islands are of coralline origin. They are made of dead corals and rocks. 36 of them are of volcanic origin. 7 of them are of continental origin, with bodies of land that lie on the continental shelf. Desi is one of the 7 islands of continental origin. Located between Zula and Buri Peninsula, it is one of the few populated islands in the Dahlak archipelago. The region is biodiverse and home to various creatures. It is historically, geographically, and archaeologically important. It has clear skies, breathtaking sunrise and sunset, crystal clear waters, and clean sandy beach. The seashores are evergreen with a tremendous amount of mangrove trees, a haven for sea creatures to lay eggs, and home to various species of birds. The islands are favorable for the existence of various marine birds. Marine birds include shorebirds and seabirds. Seabirds usually feed directly from the sea surface, while the shorebirds feed on small animals in the sand and some dead fish and seaweed deposited by waves. But they all lay their eggs on the dry land. Around 200 species of birds are found in the Eritrean coastal areas and islands. Out of the 74 species found in Eritrea, 26 are migratory and use the islands as a transit haven in cross-continental migration. Eritrea has done an incredible job to maintain the ecosystem, and as a result, Eritrea is haven for wildlife. 5 of the 7 species of turtle in the world are found in the marine territories of Eritrea. Eritrea's very diverse coral reefs are scattered. Studies show that out of the over 300 species of corals in the Red Sea, 200 are found in the Eritrean Red Sea. The corals are perfect habitat for various marine creatures, some of which are endemic to Eritrea. It is colorful and very attractive. The coral reefs are compact colonies of many organisms. The region is also archaeologically and historically significant. The archaeological artifacts show the presence of ancient human beings. During the ancient civilizations of Zula and Adulis, the Eritrean ports were used by many societies, including the Romans. If you love Eritrea and want to promote it, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share the videos so we can provide more.